Whoa, that's pretty hot. Sorry about that. That vocal mic was a little hot. Welcome aboard. Welcome to another live stream where I'm probably going to be pushing out a couple more of these next week. We'll see how my schedule looks. Going to be spending the holiday here. Since I made it for last holiday, I figured may just well stay here. It's going to be nice weather out, and it's going to be nice to have a few days off work. So, looking forward to it. Just let the people roll in here and we'll get started. We're going to have a double LP special tonight, hosted by your favorite elf. Yeah, I gotta find me a beard. Maybe next week, once this grows a little more, then I'll dye it white, and then we'll see what the results will be. Or maybe I could just use shaving cream. That's a great idea. I'm glad I thought of that. Got an interesting story before we start, too. I thought it was going to be a witness to some domestic violence tonight at 10. Forget about the show cops, man. We had the cops outside my window. It was something else. I'm not used to seeing that in real time, in real person, seeing those things happen right outside my patio. But it all started down below. Through the thin floorboards, I heard some screaming. So we're going to talk about it. Now I got y'all warmed up and the blood flowing. Let's see, I got to catch up here. We got some people here. Welcome. Got your album in the mail the other day. Can't listen to it till Christmas. Why not? It's the Christmas special, followed by Scrooge. Yeah, we're gonna have a heavy platter session tonight, and one of them is our new arrival that I picked up. And it makes a lot of sense why they got rid of their reissue, because this is going to be reissued again. But I can't spoil it till an hour in, because we're going to be spinning this one first, the one on the thumbnail, Stack Above All. The only original out there that Dylan at the noblest of noble records has. It's the reissue here on the, isn't it Outsider? Yeah, it's through Gearson. 1969, hard blues rock. I don't know, kind of got the itch to spin this one because I made a bunch of thumbnails months ago, kind of planning all these live streams ahead of time, kind of seeing what would work with the YouTube Mind Police. And yeah, this one checks out. Nobody knows where the members are. At least I don't think so. Nobody's really talking about their origins, where they're at nowadays. But yeah, this is never sold on Discogs either. Original copies on Charisma, and not that Charisma. This is their own privately pressed Charisma label. Reportedly only 12 copies in existence. That's the legend anyways. Sorry if it's a little noisier than normal. I have a fan running on me because, I don't know, sometimes it gets a little warm in this space with all the, the light bulbs and electronics warming up behind me. Just kind of gets in a little hot box. It's almost like that feeling when you're trapped in a rhino, one of those robotic rhinos, and you have to crawl out the asshole. Like, Ace Ventura did. It gets to that point, but I don't start undressing though till shit gets really steamy. And then we got some hot wax here as well. So you can understand that, right? Oh man, this was a cool single I discovered. This is featured on the St. Albert's Dream compilation through LSD, Lysergic Sound Distributors. What's his name? Steve? I think it's Steve. He's out of the Arizona area, and he's did a bunch of these compilations. There's like three different ones in the series, and I had never heard this single before. It's got references to like 2001: A Space Odyssey, Divinity of Pure Sound. So it's pretty cool stuff. Sorry, I'm not gonna try and highlight as many comments on this one. It's kind of easier through my work phone here. It's a surprise. Things getting hot and heavy in Nebraska. Hey, Kimba, welcome. Well, I'm not looking quite holly jolly yet. I'm missing the beard. Maybe next week when I return for Christmas Day. That's the plan, anyways. Yeah, remember, good vibes, good chicks, good music. I don't remember that line. See, they make references to HAL, the 9000 computer. See, they even got AI down then. Arthur C. Clarke. Yeah, I've always said loosely, 2001: A Space Odyssey is probably my all-time favorite film. And some people would probably say it's boring, but I'm just saying, we need patience. We need a lot more patience in this world, especially at the post office right now. You know the struggle. Everybody just trying to shove out their Christmas gifts, and I only had like one package of Astral Yacht, and I sat in line for 15 minutes, but I enjoyed it because guess what? Nobody talks to each other anymore, but I'm the one that brings up conversation in line. Sponsoring my Astral Yacht. Things carry word of mouth. And I got a couple interested people. And in fact, I hand-delivered one today to, he's not really a cousin of mine, but he's more of a, step-cousin? Is that a thing? He's a cousin through marriage on my uncle's side. He had a kid before he married my aunt. Well, anyways, he's about 50 years old now, and I think I mentioned him before up on a stream one time. He's quadriplegic, paralyzed from the waist down, so he's got limited use, limited abilities, so he just recently found out about my YouTube page, and I hadn't seen him in a couple years, so I hand-delivered it to him today after work, so we've got another local fan. I see, whoa. Yeah, it's a little bit on a rocky ridge there. Travis is here, welcome. Psycho Claus, something like that. PsycheDerek Santa with a P. And speaking of P, we already took care of it. I already took a piss. My bladder's fine. No cramps. Nothing happening down below. I already had my Christmas cookies. I'm ready to go. Went to the post office today. No one was there. Really? For some reason, I don't believe that. But you know what goes good with cookies? Get the supplies if you need them, baby. I'm not gonna partake tonight. Even though my throat is a lot better than last week, dealing with those tonsil stones. Swallowed another one. Couldn't spit it out like you needed to know that. Spit or swallow. Anyways, I couldn't go on without doing that. So I'm going to take a break from the substances. As far as the hamming it up, we're not going to ham it up too much. We're going to stay sober for this one. We're not going to be knocked out on somebody's porch. I'll just say that. We're going to start passing out at the 2.5 hour mark. Start nodding off. But yeah, the tonsil stones, and then I had a hell of a head cold after my last stream on that following Sunday. So much so I had to stay home from work. Yeah, it wasn't very fun. Thankfully, we have sick leave, though. We have sick leave at our workplace, and that just became a thing because yeah, I think Nebraska just passed a law, something like that, for sick leave, so now I don't have to use vacation days. Yeah, speaking of the story, if you're just tuning in, I watched an episode of Cops tonight, and I'm not talking about on cable. It was kind of concerning. So I was just chilling, watching stuff on YouTube prior to the stream. And, I got pretty thin floorboards, and I'm not living in the best neighborhood in Lincoln. Just kind of more depends on what street you live on, right? Well, the neighborhood watch, we've talked about him before. And, man, talk about a guy that has a lot of charisma and personality to him. We haven't gotten that close to knowing each other, but I was like, okay, he's got my back if something arises in the neighborhood. Well, it turns out maybe there's some domestic violence going on downstairs, because this lady was screaming and crying and having a very mental breakdown. Like, it was scary, man. Like, of course, I've never really fought with, look at me. Do I look like the type? I'm a timid individual. Pacifist, if you will. Pacifist, no. I'm not the type to get involved too much, and of course I've had my fights over the years. Oftentimes it's with like family members, no strangers anyway. There's been a few occasions, but okay, the point of the story is, didn't know any of that was going on down below. But it sounds like he was supposed to be working, and he was back for some reason, and I didn't hear him at all through the floorboards. It was all her. And so I'm just kind of listening for a while. It sounds like he may have broken a window. I didn't even go check yet. But the patrol car was parked up behind mine. And then I saw she had called not only the police, but the father over. You know what that means. You're going to get an ass whooping. No, but, yeah, the family was over, 2 siblings, and she just looked really distraught, man. I felt so bad. So I went down there and said, you have my sympathy for some of the hardships you're going through, because I had no idea. And I guess that brings a lot of, a whole new meaning to what happens behind closed doors, right? It seems like there's always trouble before these live streams happen. I don't know what the bad juju is, but I'm just glad it didn't escalate. And so, yeah, everybody took off, and they've been quiet down below. I don't know if they took him away, but it sounds like he's been trying to find a place for 8 months since she's lived here, and it's no wonder he never brings her up. You know what I mean? All around a very troubling situation going on, so. We are listening to Stone Circus, by the way. I think they're from Kansas City area. They started as Morning Star. So yeah, that's basically the whole story. I was kind of peeping through my bedroom window, because the parking lot's right there. I can hear exactly what they're talking about. So yeah, first it starts with people just sexually attracted to my car that weren't even any relation to them, and now we got people that are causing chaos. And now I just heard a door slam. I don't know what's going on. So, a rock could come through this window midstream, and that'd make for some discussion. Anyways, I won't keep you talking too long. We'll start spitting some stack. That's a nice stack. That's actually a painting. I forget who the artist was. They probably don't give him credit. Album cover design was the Blues idea. So yeah, they're not even giving the guy credit on the back. But yeah, it's like a famous painting. I actually spotted this exact painting at a garage sale one time, but I don't think I wouldn't want to hang this up on my wall. It's not exactly my taste. You can kind of see the chat moving along. I'll kind of chat it up with you. I won't do as much commentary. I'm going to kind of lay back on the commentary as the music plays. You should go downstairs and comfort her. Oh, I did. I mean, I comforted her earlier when the police was present, and they were talking to him down below where they live. So, yeah, I said what I could. She was pretty distraught, man, so gotta kind of sneak in there, you know. And they have probably like a 3-year-old, and man, it's no wonder I can hear them all bawling all the time. Just the traumatization of it all. Anyways, I don't want to be the Derek Downer. I want to be the psychedelic Santa. And stick around, like I said, the next hour, we're going to be spinning one even better than Stack that I picked up. I'm not going to reveal it till then, so. I think I better stop this because there's a track by Bread coming up next. That's right, you heard me correctly, Bread. The first album has a couple winners on it. It's got a couple goodies on it. And we're playing my PsycheDerek Mix Songs playlist, which is a public playlist. Anybody can, hit play, hit shuffle. There's like 2,000 songs in there. I add periodically, maybe every week, roughly. Something that I just, catches my fancy, catches my eardrums, and I add it. So you can save that playlist, hit shuffle, and we're already winning. It's already past Spotify's algorithm. Spotify sucks. Sorry if anybody uses it. They suck. Not a Spotify fan. Never had it. They don't pay the artists. And among other things. All right. Let's kick it off with some Stack. And we're even going to crawl through that boring-ass blues song, the third track. I'll do it. I'll do it for anybody. Merry Psycha Christmas.
She comes on like a roll. Everybody knows she'll get you indulged. You can love, but you better not touch. Poison ivy, poison ivy. Late at night when you're sleeping, poison ivy comes a creeping around. She's pretty like a daisy, but look out, man, she's crazy. She really do, yeah. If you let her get under your skin, poison ivy, poison ivy. Late at night when you're sleeping, poison ivy comes a creeping around. These will make you bumpy, once will make you lumpy. Shake a pop to make you jump and twitch. Pop and cold and cool ya, whoop and cough and fool ya. The poison ivy ought to make you itch. You're gonna need an ocean of calamine lotion. You'll be itching like a hound the minute you start to mess around.
Hey, welcome, Randy. Ken, welcome. And Josh. Yeah, this next one's probably my favorite. Only Forever. I dig this one.
Death near, my last hopes in the sky. Starbound to prove that I'm alive. Lost world of pain, you're now behind us. Your pleasures filled me with disgust. Aimless, adrift in barren space. Vacuum, depraved by love nor hate. Carry my doubts, faith and
Is this a cover? Did not know that.
cast away fears, hope for tomorrow.
Rick Gould. Is this the cover? Had no idea. Or Poison Ivy. I don't know. Sounds like you guys are talking about Only Forever. Hey, welcome Burnout Shelters here. Thanks for tuning in, man.
Voices echo to my alarm. Strands of gold light bearing me higher. Blinded by beauty's needs and desire. Never return to words unfair. They fill hope in all of my care. With help from love, I found heaven. I'll not be there long, only forever. Only forever. Only forever. Only forever. Only forever.
Looks like Spanky from our gang on the drums. This is probably secretly Randy's favorite. The Blues.
You know it's been a long, hard journey, baby. And I don't ever cry no more. Keep your lamp burning, honey, so your maid will know the score. One more mile, You know it's been a long, hard journey, baby.
I mean, I don't like even to use the word hate, Randy, but I have a little bit of a distaste for it. But I can enjoy it with like other contributors, other people hanging out. I can always get down with that, but listening to it by myself makes me feel like I need to start boozing. It makes sense too, you know. Santa Claus around this time, those damn kids pissing on their leg all the time, they could enjoy some of that boozy blues. To answer you, Ken, yes, this is the Outsider reissue. I think this is from like 2014. I think they reissued this one too. This is the older one. Spotted it for a good deal. It was like $15. But yeah. No, I mean, blues is just not my forte. It's not my preference. But it's like the easiest thing for me to play on guitar too. I mean, it's just so easy. But when it lasts like 7 minutes of the same formulaic structures, it's just like, come on, I'm about to fucking pass out, man. It's alright though. I'm excited for the next one though, after Stack. I'll just give you a hint. It's never really officially been reissued. It's had a lot of unofficial bootleg type of presses, but it's getting an official sign of approval from the members themselves this next year. I think it's coming out in January. And it's basically a power trio, even though there were 2 drummers involved. So kind of ponder that. And if you guess in the chat, I'll point you out and we'll pick your name from the hat, the Santa hat, and you'll win nothing. Except for maybe a coal in your stocking. Not that coal. I mean, I'm talking about Kohl's. A gift card for Kohl's. But some of you will get coal in your stocking. Yeah, you heard that right. Getting that colon stocked. A lump of coal up your ass. Get a gift card to Kohl's. I could use that. Sometimes I go there. Usually if I want to see what kind of shoes they have. If I can't find the particular shoes that I want. Nobody cares about this track, right? I can talk over it. I said I wasn't going to, but I am. I'll show some things I picked up today from the shop. Wasn't really planning on going down there, but I was like, well, hadn't been down there about a month, so he had something for me in the new arrivals. And this is nothing like spectacular, but I've never seen a copy in person. This is a kind of a cheapie. I've talked about this one too before on the stream. Chuck Troy and the National Bank. Looks cool, right? It's actually a early horn band, kind of Blood, Sweat, and Tears, a little Chicago-y. However, this has one of my favorite tracks to use, like during a DJ intermission set. The last track, I've used it on the stream before. It's the track Free Thing. gets super wicked fuzz and psyched out at the end. Price of admission just for that. But I'm only familiar with it vaguely, the rest of it, but I do know it's like horn rock oriented. But for $10, couldn't pass that up. And then picked these up for my buddy, Astral Yacht Buddy. Check this out. This was in the $4 bin. I feel like this was my old copy I brought to the shop. He slapped a $4 price tag on it. This thing goes for about 20-ish, 25-ish. It's a clean copy, too. I have a Canadian press with the alternate cover. This is a good one. Then I'll quit yapping, and I got this one for him. The Rose Garden. This is a cheapie. Gene Clark related. Some nice birdsy folk rock, sunshine pop. It's good stuff. So I picked that up for Jacob.
Point and laugh and stare at the boys with girls' hair. While you can see yourself and cry. No, I can see myself to despise. We just want to be heard. Don't hate and distrust. You will not hear a word. While you can see yourself and cry. They're not the same little flame that you despise. One day when you're gone, we will live and love on. That day is bout here. Faith in mankind appear. While we can see ourselves and love. We've been through your hate before.
Yeah. It's kind of a sad deal about Mixcloud. That happened about a couple years ago, I think now. When they started charging you for uploading mixes. I don't remember how much it was, but I was like, nah. My time's up. Ham it up. Yeah, I do have a couple more hams in the fridge, but I'm not feeling it. We got this other Love Potion number 10, I think this is. I don't know. Making shit up. Alright, that's side one. You know, they kind of remind me of a early version of, say, like, Stonewall a little bit. You know, that one on Tiger Lily? It's something in the vocals. The vocalist kind of reminds me of Stonewall. I need this single. It's the Count 5. Actually, Randy, I spotted you on the gal's stream, the French gal. I don't think it's French, but she's Swedish. I don't remember. German. Her name's Sarah. I'm actually Facebook friends with her. I've been friends with her for a long time, and I noticed she's doing those 45 streams. I forget her name, but on YouTube. But I discovered the single through her. She's spinning some deep cut 45s. So I'm spending some time over there listening. Not so much chit chatting, but I should ask her what her setup is. I love the different camera angles. So it's been a cool stream. Yeah, Contrast by Count 5. Love this track. Hey, it's Derek. Thanks for the tip there about Stonewall, Derek. And thanks so much for making that top psych video for me, Ryan. Top psych records you've never heard. Kind of interesting reading all the different places they performed at, like the American Legion Hall. They're sponsoring all these different dances with Rockin' Foo, CK Strong. They're known as The Stack. The Pizza Stack. Morning Glory. You can kind of hear it. I think they're from the same area. Yeah, Los Angeles group. That's a smoker. Yeah, it's even got the quote on the back here. Some people dig on just being alive. It kind of describes me, man. Happy I got my health. Just dig it on. My left ear enjoyed that guitar. It was like really hot in there. Wouldn't you prefer the Gal Costa sleeve? You know what I'm talking about. India. Some moose knuckle.
All is once more. Can you spare a buck today? I'm too proud for a dime.
When's the last time you've been asked to spare a bud?
Will you pay for the time? I was born without money. Hard bread and no honey. I had meals at the back door. I'm gonna die real poor, but I'm proud. Don't you know I'm proud? I'm the time seller. I'm the time seller. I'm the time seller. Can I sell you the time? Love life comes and goes each day. Girls aren't usually my type. My taste is strictly classy days. No room for slouch in my life. I live in an alley. The cats are my family. We rattle the tin can and sing and dance, and we're proud. Don't you know we're proud?
Do these really look like brownies from here? They kind of do, don't they? Mystery meat. No, they're just pieces of jerky. If I remember right, with that story about the bag of weed, wasn't it with like somebody running through his backyard or something? I vaguely remember the story. Something like that. Ann Arbor. What can I tell you?
Every other sunny day, I'm at work without
I'm not actually sure how long they were together. Probably shit says it in the liner notes, maybe.
till time's all sold out. I live in an alley. The cats are my family. We rattle the tin can and sing and dance, and we're proud. Don't you know we're proud? I'm the time seller. I'm the time seller.
I'm just gonna assume maybe by the end of the decade, 1970. Looks like there's some photos that go all the way back to March of '68, and then all the way to January of '69, so probably about a couple of years maybe. It's like they played with the young Alice Cooper, the Illinois Speed Press. Got some other names mentioned, like they might have rubbed shoulders with The Experience. It says, The Experience in Hollywood, a very small and cool nightclub. Jimi Hendrix came in with some other guys and asked if they could use our equipment to jam a little while. Even though he was pretty out there on psychedelics, he played his butt off. Picked up a blonde chick and split. It's amazing what Hendrix accomplished within that small time frame, you know. Not only making it in the UK, but just traveling back and forth between the ponds. Yeah. So yeah, even Hendrix has a little hand in this. You ever seen that photo with, what's her name? It's not Twiggy, but it's Lulu. That photo of Lulu and Hendrix. She's got that side lip. I can understand that. Being a 20-year-old lad. This is the last proper song on the album, and then there's a bonus track, which does rock. It'll be the last track here.
I was anyone. Couple days ago, I could have touched the sun. Just to breathe what I wanted to breathe. Need when I wanted to need. When you held my hand, kind of ruined my friend. Blowing out my head, 'cause I can't get my mind off of you. You never made a scene, always played it cool. Stuck up from behind, I must have been a fool. To think I could be a kid forever, that's what I wanted for free. What you do, saw it in your hole. Let you guide your soul. What you do, if I stray or singles, I can't get you out of my mind.
Come on, Ken. We're better than that. Have you ever heard me ask for subscriptions or likes? Could care less. Only the real ones find this channel.
Never made a scene, always played it cool. Snuck up from behind, I must have been a fool. Think I could be a kid forever, if what I wanted for free. Falling in your hole, if you got no soul. If I trade yours in, get you out of sin. When you hold my hand, follow through my plan, going out my head.
Great closer. I'll read the little hype sticker here too. It says, definitive reissue of this wild and heavy psychedelic hard rock album from California, 1969, released in tiny quantities at the time. Ultra loud guitars, think Blue Cheer or late 60s Who. Melodic vocals and thundering rhythm section. It's thundering. He's pounding that kit. Newly remastered sound. I gotta turn this down. Insert with extensive liner notes by genre expert Clark Faville, plus interview with the band members and lots of rare pictures. Bonus track taken from a previously unreleased acetate. That was the last one. And then this is Patrick Lumborg of Acid Archive says, early LA hard rock blowout with British sound and Who and Led Zepp influences. Best tracks go into ferocious guitar excursions that are among the best anywhere. Mandatory for any hard rock fan. And then Clark at the end here says, above all, is one of the few pure and willfully heavy hard rock albums that rank as both incredibly rare and ultimately essential to a collection of American rock. Merca! Yeah, and by the way, this is the D's. I used to have this record. It's not the Association. Sounds like them, though. We're not going to play copyrighted material here. Well, there might be some, but being extra sneaky. Yeah, the D's. You don't hear about this one. I wish I could show you. I don't think it'll show up. Nope. It's like a rainbow-colored D. It's like on a small label. It's got some cool tracks. Used to have it. Really excited for the next one. This is the main event. Pay-per-view. Instead of Patreon, we're bringing it back to pay-per-view. It's on the Akarma label. And some of you, if you know, you know. Showed this one on Instagram. Got it for a pretty decent deal compared to what they do go for online. And this is, like I said, just being reissued next month. We're talking The Only Truth, Morley Gray. It's the truth, I swear. I love this one. It's been a while since I listened in full, and man, this thing fucking smokes. Love the locked-in bass, that heavy bass lined up with that lead guitarist. And they have like rehearsed the hell out of this session, man. I love this one. There was like a 2 LP set that came out on Sundays too, back in 2010. That was the last reissue. So we've been desperate to get this thing resurrected here, and this is I think it's the original poster that came with it. Almost comes off like a Christian psych piece. Oh, it's upside down. The First Supper. Not the Last Supper. So before Jesus' Last Supper, these guys came along. And the Akarma does sound pretty good. You know, I've never had an issue with their sound quality. I like the thick, old-style cardboard that they use. You know, they may not have gotten their share of royalties, but they sure helped the fans out getting these obscure sounds back into our hands. And they are only originally pressed 1,000 copies of this. So, hopefully the gummies have kicked in. You got your bud from your next door neighbor across the hall. And we're ready to smoke a bowl with the Morley Gray. Everybody except for me, because, like I said, tonsil stones, head cold. I gotta use my throat later, so. And this first track is my favorite, Peace Officer. This is me making peace with the officer down below tonight. Enjoy. That's the moment when Vinyl Piper adds this to his want list. Are you serious, Randy? You have a Near Mint OG? Whoa. I only pressed like 1,000 of them. That's crazy. This is a Karma, but they're reissuing this on Peppermint Records. So be on the lookout for that. I did not know about that until I bought it, so. So yeah, hold your breath for the upcoming reissue. Don't pick up the Akarmas. I mean, I got a deal on this one, but somebody knew about the upcoming reissue coming out and probably sold this old copy, so choose smart and choose S-Smart. Nobody? All right. drop the link to the Peppermint Records website. If you guys want to bookmark that for later, I would pick up on it. I'm sure they're going to release that as a double, I would imagine. I think Ancient Greece Records is going to release some unreleased stuff too. That's what I've heard.
He's a simple fool trying to right all wrong. It's the methods he uses that makes the news. Let me hear the sound.
That's the best. Love that. Is it up for pre-order already? I guess I didn't realize that. It's up for pre-order, so I think it is releasing next month.
You found me on that hot cold ground, just crying to my face, shedding tears of your hollow fears. They stamp on the human race. You came to me with soft blue eyes, not knowing what to do. Your presence.
It'd be a nice Valentine gift. February, that's pretty good. I wonder how long it's been advertised. I didn't get the news. Yeah, this whole thing's consistently pretty heavy. It's really good.
Some of my
I think it's been So the stack above all that we played, that's the old reissue from like 2014. But I think they just did back in 22 on Gearson or Outsider. I think that's the one you're referring to. I don't think it's being reissued again. If it wasn't 22, it was pretty recent. With like a little banner on top instead of a hype sticker. Oh, I see what you mean. No, this record here, The Only Truth by Morley Gray, is being reissued in next year, like in January, and it's already up for pre-order. And it's going to be Peppermint Records. I put the link in the chat so you can find it. Peppermint Records. So they also did the Glass Harp demo album from 69, I think it was, or 70, which is also great. Should spin that sometime. It's like the first recordings of the Glass Harp. It's really good. They're both from Youngstown, Ohio. Just like Poobah.
Who can I say you are? Feel so close and be so far. I must go that way to be with that lady.
Yeah, back in 72. It's about the right time period, too. It's definitely early 70s sounding. The Poobah Let Me In. I'd like to have that. But yeah, they're both kind of the Youngstown brother bands, really. Because I think Poobah was Power Trio, right? I think so.
There's something I want to do. Go back there and see it through. But I cannot walk right out on my
The Zors here. Yeah, I used to have the first Bull Run album. I kind of parted with it early on. I think I'd appreciate it now. At the time, I was only digging a couple tracks. It's on the Mercury label, right? I actually had that handed down to me from one of my cousins. He's like a second cousin to me. That wasn't the best one he gave me. He gave me a copy of Budgie on Cap, the first one. I sold that too. I'm sorry. Kind of wish I kept that now. I was desperate. I needed the money for some coke. I mean, no, I traded it into the shop for something. It was some big title. I think I got $40 out of it or something. But it kind of had a slight dish warp. Budgie. I dig that album though.
Who can I say you are? Feel so close and be so far. I must go that way to be with that lady.
You think I'm talking about coke now? Wait till you see the thumbnail for the Christmas live stream that I had whipped up. It's the Santa Claus, Coca-Cola Santa Claus holding a brick. Not just one, like a whole stack full, while holding a Coke bottle. You gotta do it. Oh, that's right. Bull Angus, not Bull Run. Yeah, I got that mixed up. I don't know. Bull Run, Bull Angus. Yeah, thanks for that.
It's a beautiful flight. When I'm not, it hurts a lot. What's your mind to
The Lawnsters here. You made it to the PsycheDerek Santa stream. I'm sure Lonnie's got this. He's got to. Otherwise the world just would not feel right. I wouldn't have a feel for the planet I live on if Lonnie didn't have this. Bull anus. But Lonnie don't have bull anus. Still looking for that too. Timeout. We gotta have a little timeout here. I spot a fuzzy. Everything's good now.
When I try to show her I'm afraid. When I try to show her I'm afraid. When I try to show her I'm afraid. When I try to show
It's my little sippy cup. Have a little beer for Mama. I know I'm interrupting a lot, but things keep popping in mind to mention. You know, I may not be able to pull off different garments for these streams, but there's a few items I would love to have. Maybe not wear publicly, but I thought maybe I would love to have, like, Carl's brother from Die Hard. I'd love to have his sweater that says, "Now I have a machine gun." Ho, ho, ho. I'd love to have that sweater just to wear on these streams. See if anybody gets it. Not only that, I love, like, made up businesses on movies. I'd love to have the Little Nero's Pizza t-shirt from Home Alone. Or maybe the OK van, the heating and plumbing. I'd love to have like a t-shirt of that with that logo. Yeah, because in Die Hard he was wearing this too. Hello, you've reached Alan Rickman. Remember to remove the pork chops so they defrost properly, or whatever it was. It's like the only thing from Family Guy I remember, the Alan Rickman voicemail. Hello, this is Alan Rickman.
Nowhere to go, running too slow. We've used up all our time. There's no direction, can't make correction. We've used up all our time.
This is probably my other favorite off of here. Our Time. It's got a great fuzz wah pedal solo. Should find that Warren Winters album cover for you, Aaron. It's got that tricycle on it. Let me go find that. Maybe I'll talk about it after this solo here. Welcome, Dave. Get a little jazzy here. Yeah, I'll talk about this in a moment. Joshua Fox, that's one I have not listened to. I know of it. Doesn't it have just that blank white cover and it says Joshua Fox? I haven't heard that one yet. Is it good?
When I look out my window, many sights to see.
Some good stuff. The B-side has a 17-minute track it closes out on, too. Starting off with 2 tracks, and then it closes on that 17-minute. Some people say it's like maybe the weakest moment, because they kind of start fiddling all over the place. There's like a whole lengthy instrumental section. But I think that's when they switch drummers, too. So, it's pretty good. But on to that Warren Winters band, the Shovelhead LP. Yeah, so I just recently unsealed this one. Yeah, I got this personally delivered from Edward Winterhalter, who is a ex-Banditos member of a biker gang. And then he later became like a biker enthusiast. Well, he always has been. But he would write, he'd be an author of like many motorcycle guides and some of his own personal experiences. I think he wrote like 20 different books. And then he later became like a television producer, went overseas and did some things in like Bali or something. I don't know. Somewhere. He's kind of lived all over across the country. Connecticut, Oklahoma. And yeah, Warren Winters, that's like a pseudonym. And he gave me this back in 2018. I had another copy of this, but and I also had that sealed. I got it from like an eBay auction, and it had like a chip on it when it was still sealed. The vinyl had a chip on the second side, and it wouldn't really play. So I parted ways with that, and the cover was kind of bent in some ways too. But yeah, this is pretty good. I can't play this though because he's pretty strict on the copyright on this one. I found out some years ago. So he actually shared my video when I talked about it way back when. So it's kind of cool. But I have this other one too. I haven't unsealed this one yet. Don't like this one as much, but this is his first one. As I Was. This came out in like 84. The other one was 88. And you couldn't tell when you listened to it. It doesn't have that much of a 80s production. It sounds like 10 years earlier though, really. Kind of sticks to the same style throughout. Kind of the same vocal chops, but it's kind of DIY, you know. He had one before this called Connecticut Dust Band from 1980, which is really obscure, I guess. Yeah, so he just hand delivered these to me because I actually pointed him in the direction to get this reissued. And the second one, Crossbar Hotel, that's where the guy down below is going tonight. No, but Crossbar Hotel, this is the one that did get reissued because he was asking about some different labels, and he eventually landed on one. And I guess on the reissue you can pull out this inner sleeve where it comes out of the crossbars. And you can see like the photo, and it's much better with the shovel head. So pretty cool. Yeah, there's like a music video to one of the songs, "Prove My Love." So it's kind of a cool backstory, and it's very much the man speaking his mind on this one. Some of the songwriting's chops. It's on the Shovster Records. It's a private label. Not sure how many of these were pressed. But yeah, just decided to unseal it. I don't have many sealed records. And the people that do collect sealed records, they got some questionable behaviors. Do I need to mention any names? Anyways, The Only Truth, Morally Gray. Let's flip on to side 2. And then after this, I got a few more I might spin and show off a new one I picked up, a 2025 Neo-Psych Jangle Pop that I'm really digging. So I just posted it today on Instagram. And looks like we can get away with playing it, so pretty hyped about that. Alright, side 2 it is. And if you see colors on the screen, not this screen, but anywhere up in here, you're responsible for that. I can't help you there. This record was specifically recorded to be played loud at a high volume. Not only 11, we're turned it to 12. Rest in peace, Rob Reiner. there's a few acoustic intervals. No slamming. They're pretty quiet down there. I wonder if someone got shot. And I didn't hear it. I think things have settled. And then that concludes it to the 17-minute long title cut. This is when they start tripping. Some guitar delay. Gets a little spatial. I was about ready to show this one, so this is probably one of my favorite releases from Gearson this year. It's never been officially released on vinyl till now. There was like a CD release recently, but Rain. I wish I could play this, but it looks like it's blocked in some countries, so I'm not gonna spin this, I don't think. I think I can get away with it, but it's blocked in certain areas. I don't know where, but yeah, it's too bad. Love the Rain LP. Russia. Yeah, I think that's what it turned out to be on some other uploads from Gearson. I recall it being Russia, so, you know, unless the guy is watching that I bought from Russia, that Human Beast, I don't think I have any psych heads over there, so. Hey Chris, if you're still out there, did you see Evan Husney's top 10 picks of the year? Well, not just 10 picks, but there was I think 2 different slides of originals he picked up from like Den Bosch and all over online. He killed it, man. Evan's cool, man. That's his side gig when he's not doing his podcast. He's really got some heavy hitters there, man. Fraction Runeblood. He's got Mystic Siva. Oh, you did? Yeah. What's that one? There's a New Dawn. Damn. That thing's impossible to find. Only in Den Bosch. I have another friend that's really looking for, well, not just, I know you're looking for that too, Chris, but someone else I know is really trying to hunt down that original. There's a New Dawn. That's a spooky one. That's truly some downer psych. Well, he's in the television industry, isn't he? I mean, if you can afford a New York City apartment, wherever he's living at, he's got it made, man. I think he goes from one collection to another. So I know he collects some comic books, and now he's on to records this year, or at least a little more focused in on that. Kind of sounds like me when I mess around on the delay pedal. I'm actually considering picking up some delay pedals myself. I'm trying to look for a drum kit. I know we're kind of commentating over the music, but so what do you think? What would your choice be? So, Aaron, you're a drummer, right? What's the best drum kit brand to get out there? Pearl, Tama, Ludwig. What do you recommend for that old school style hard rock sound? I mean, I don't know my drum brands too well, but I like the old school jazz drums, like what Chicago used. That drum kit, I love the sound of that. Rogers drums. Well, see if it's on the marketplace. That's kind of where I'm looking. I'd like to just buy a whole drum set instead of picking up individual pieces from the music shop, because they don't really carry kits. It's just all individual pieces, you know. So we're kind of looking around. I'm willing to pay up for it. So thinking, you know, a 5-piece. $500 set just to get us started? I don't know. I'm looking around. Years ago. Wow. And of course, that's your buddy Paul Majors has it. Yeah, he probably had like a whole box full. 500 2010 money, that's a pretty good deal. Seems like it's generally around 2K anymore for VG copies. It's wild. In other news, so what's playing right now, I did kind of something similar to this, a really slow tempo cover version I just made recently, just a rough draft of Born to Be Wild. Maybe if we have time, I'll share it on my phone here, so you guys get a listen to that. It's a rough draft, so be polite. It's not properly mixed or anything, and I'm still having to add layers to it, but I thought to myself, Born to Be Wild, that's really drugged out and krautrock inspired. Get your motor running. I can't make it up. We'll be playing it. And I called it Born to Be Mild. And I used this guitar slide I just bought too, kind of in the style of what they're playing. Bought a glass slide. Yeah, I played something kind of similar to that. Yeah, I probably should have bought the brass one instead, but hey, you bet, Jeff. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, you're right, Dave. I forgot about that. I think it's uncredited, though. I remember reading up on that. It's a slowed down version of that when Johnny comes home. It goes back to the blues. That's what's great about this record, man. It's just the diversity, right? They do a lot of different styles. Progressive rock, hard rock, heavy psych, long spaced out jams like that. Eat your heart out, Ringo. Can't touch this. The only stardom he got was on the end with his little drum solo. Little drummer boy. Well, I would say that's your Lord and Savior right there, right? Got the crown of thrones. Thrones? Crown of thorns? That's what I would say. Even though it's not really Christian per se. Lyrically, at least I'm not picking up on that. But the poster and the cover would indicate, and the title would indicate something like that, right?
Won't you come on? 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 Won't you come on?
I don't know. I didn't plan this. It's just a recent pickup. It's kind of suitable for Christmas. Woo! Alright. Slipping into Born to be Mild. So this is me. This is all me. I didn't finish this intro though. I was going to put some guitar over this, but yeah, at the 50-second mark. Get your motor running, head to the highway. Looking for adventure in whatever comes our way. Yeah, darling, gonna it happen. Take the world in a love embrace. As far as I got on the vocals, but kind of a cool idea, right? It's just an idea that came up. I could play a lot of stuff like this, some of my own demos. It's an Astro Yacht demonstration, part 2. No, we're not going to do this for the album. But hey, it's an idea. It's born to be mild, not slow. Anyways. I love this one that I made. I should release a demo LP and put it out for RSD. And then I'll advertise it like it's from 1968. That's the Kevin Gray edition. And then when they listen to it, they'll be like, this ain't Kevin Gray. It sounds like shit. And sometimes I just make up titles. Like I just called this one Dandelion Eclipse. Working title. like what's going on there. Grateful Dread. Whoa. Grateful Dread. Sea Garden. I'll play one more and then we'll play some other tunes. Yeah, I think it's my charger interfering. So yeah, this is all me. I just called this one Sea Garden. I think I was thinking of that Aura record. And I was thinking of that first track, that Aura I picked up this year, 1969. Looks like the Opal album cover, the black and white. So I'll let this play as I'm rotating some records here. Switching it up. Yeah, for an Akarma, sounds good. Electra. Just play a few tunes from this. I decided to pull this one out this week and play a few tracks just to have a laugh. Live, laugh, love.
Well, I think that my opinion about this here situation now is the way that people want to live their own business, and I wish to join it.
Sounds like brain damage.
We are from the Lower East Side. We don't give a damn if we live or die. We are from the Lower East Side. We don't give a damn if we live or die. Everybody wants to do their own thing. Everybody wants to be another friend. We are not crazy, we give you all the facts. We are the underground, we like it.
Let's get this guy in office.
We are from the Lower East Side. We don't give a damn if we live or die. We are from the Lower East Side. We don't give a damn if we live or die. Got to fight the people who will bother us. Got to fight the narcos, people we don't trust. Living on the east side, always getting high. Hanging on St. Mark's Place every day and night. 'Cause we are from the Lower East Side. We don't give a damn if we live or die. We are from the Lower East Side. We don't give a damn if we live or die. Demonstrating, hippie marching on the streets. Everybody don't want narcos, the police. Busting, fighting, playing funny games. Runaways and teeny but like the billing days. But we are from the Lower East Side. We don't give a damn if we live or die. We are from the Lower East Side. We don't give a damn if we live or die. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Have to sell some drugs so we can
Hey, Mr. Draft Ballad. Did he really have that thick of a New York accent. Yeah, that's a real shot of them down Wall Street for sure. Yeah, I don't think so. All right, time for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the bag of marijuana made in Mexico and to the public that's throwing stone. 1 nickel or a dime of marijuana forever.
Legalize marijuana.
Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. We want our congressmen to smoke. Then there be a law for smoking dope. We want everyone to try something that'll make them very high. Yeah, legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana.
Yeah, I never did pick up on his other ones. I've loved this one the most. It's got that punk attitude, you know. I love the guitar in it too.
Let's turn on the city cops. Happiness is turning us apart. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Grass makes your junkie go to work. Grass is an underground dessert. Grass can get you very stoned. Grass is a home away from home. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. A-R-I-J-O-A-N-A. Marijuana. A-R-I-J-O-A-N-A. 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 Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Grass is not an alibi. Let's get together and get high. Please change the laws of the dead. Everyone wants to be ahead. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. Legalize.
All right, and this next one is dedicated to the Lincoln PD.
All right, you three, just hold it where you are right now. Stay there. Put your hands up against the wall, Fred. Watch them. Hold on over there, you. You with the black long hair. Get over there. Get against that wall. You over there. Watch where you're going. Any of you guys tries to run away, you're going to get plugged. Now stay where you are. This is just a routine investigation. We're looking for concealed weapons. Any of you guys got any narcotics? Anything you want to say you have before I look for it now? Because if you say you don't have it before I have it and I find it on you, then I'm going to have to charge you with something. So you better not be resisting arrest. Fred, call the station. Looks like we got some narcos. We got some real long hair hippie freaks over here. Well, I want to see these kids shot. You know, I'd like to see these kids just taken out in some desert place with a machine gun. This is what's ruining America, you know? You drive around with a flag on top of your car. You try to make this place a community where people can live together, and what do you get? These long-haired, filthy, hippie punks smoking their dope.
This kind of sounds like a live stream that we all know of in the vinyl community.
They're wasted pigs.
Oink, 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 oink. This little pig called a flunky. This little pig never stoned. This little pig went home to eat his meat. This little pig never home. Going to roll myself a joint. Everybody gonna get my point. When you see a cop, you got to say oink oink. Oink oink. Oink oink. Oink 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 oink. Oink oink. Oink oink. Oink 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 oink. Oink oink. Oink oink. Oink 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 oink. He wears a shiny silver badge and a shooting rod. He likes to put at anyone who doesn't like a job. Living in a pig pen, working on the street. He is called the city finest ham you want to meet. Spelling out a stupid pig doesn't take a brain too big. Dogs caught in the pot, not to bury him. Oink oink. Oink oink. Oink 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 oink. Oink oink. Oink oink. Oink 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 oink.
Yeah, it's pretty savage for its time. Any relation to you, Dave?
I am gonna be a wolf, I want to eat the pig. I am just as tough as he is, ways I just don't dig. Always shouting, always fighting, where is Billy Club? I am just a fairy tale. I do.
Yeah, I remember it wasn't that long ago he had passed. Yeah, what an icon, right? Almost like, it's such simple songs, you know? It's almost like it could be children music if the lyrics were changed. Because they're just so catchy.
Oink, 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 oink. Oink, oink. Oink, oink. Oink, 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 oink.
All I know is it's better than Velvet Underground lyrics. Put jelly on your shoulder, babe. You're sucking on my ding dong. Something about that New York water supply, you know what I mean? Something was in the waters in Long Island.
Lifting up the chip till he'll be harmed. Get him smoking, get him joking, keep him in the start. We want to change the pig today, we want to get him hard. A cop is not a human being, he is not a groovy thing. Let's change the cops into something that is clean. Oink, 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 oink.
That song's going to be played on my wedding night. Or at my funeral. It's very relatable. Yeah, totally Lord Such, right? Yeah, you can find this for cheap yet. $10 or so. It's a fun record. Now let's let the last one play, I guess. I want to get high. don't know about that. I mean, I'd comfort her, but she's already got a child. Busy. No. Yeah, did you get it? Did you get this, Chris? Yeah, the American Revolution. David Peel on the Lower East Side. I think the rest of his stuff is kind of more folky, right? This is kind of folky, really. If anything, I probably got better chances with the gal that was rubbing against my terrain. Or I should say, rubbing up against my bumper.
They were sponsored under a small company called Spare Change. Could you spare any change? Then this program was pre-recorded. Yeah! Go ahead, baby. La, 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 la.
You gotta pick up every stitch. Oh no, must be the season of the wind. Gotta be the season of the wind. Must be the season of the wind. I feel the season of the wind. Here comes the season of the wind. Gotta be the season of the wind.
Alright, this next one. Chris has this one. I'm kind of feeling this one too as I was kind of scavenging through the shelves. Love this track. We're going to play off the Mafia label. If that gives you any indicators. It's got roulette in the name. All I know is somebody's ears are going to perk up when they hear this. Morris Levy, am I right? These guys were originally from the neighboring state. Morning Dew. Yeah, this is my favorite off the album, Gypsy. Love this track. They're from Kansas. I think Topeka? I think that's where they're from. Kansas. They went out to New York City to record this. see you streaming like every day, man. I think you're killing it. Even though it's like the same ones over and over. It's like Euclid one day, West Coast Pop Art, and back to Euclid. No, I'm just giving you shit, but yeah. Morning Dew. And then it kind of tells me what I can spin on here when I see you spinning this. This is where stuff gets real. This is my favorite section here. It'd be 1970, Aaron. Shake the tambourine! Thanks, Ken. See you on the next rotation. And then it immediately gets lame on this next one. Some people say there's something, something. Whatever he says, I don't even know. I always skip this track. Something you say. It's very like early Bee Gees. I'm going to play the heavier ones on this one, because we're in a heavy psych mode. Crusader Smile. Then Came the Light. Cherry Street. Those are the ones. I think I knew what the fuzzy was from, too. I think it's from the tip of this little Santa hat. Saw a fuzzy flying on it. I gotta get my shit together.
She fell in love with a crusader smile. What she didn't know is that my mind must float away. 'Cause I play my guitar to make people happy. I travel far to make people happy.
I'd make a killing off of psychedelic karaoke, man. No, I don't know all the lyrics, but you listen to them so often, it just gets implanted.
Happy tune. She fell in love with a Crusaders croon. What she didn't know.
No, I didn't jump on the Craig Smith train. I do have the Penny Arcade already, the old Sundays reissue. It was like the first vinyl reissue. Well, it's never been issued before, but the first issue of that on Sundays with the penny. It's got the band members in it. That's the version I have. Love the Penny Arcade one, but I don't know, for demos, I mean, they basically sound like demos. The Apache Inca, I don't mind it, but not worth the price tag for me. If anything, I would have picked up the Mike Stax book, because I hadn't really read the book yet, but I know Mike Stax is kind of the advocate behind his story, and it's a pretty tragic tale, you know. But nah, I'm not going to pick that up. I spotted the one press, the 2019 pressing of that, the twofer, in person, and it was like $60, and yeah, that's just too high for me for the quality of the music. And since I already have half those tunes on Penny Arcade, I just much prefer that one, you know. So I'm pretty content with what I got. Get more selective as I get older with the collection, you know. I mean, if I had the power at will to make RSD titles happen, I could shell out some great ideas. They're not hitting me at the moment what I would reissue, but I mean, Morley Gray, you know, the Peppermint Records. You know, it's too bad that couldn't have gotten an RSD. That would have been a hot title, you know. Or even Morning Dew could be. This is like my other favorite. Before I forget, breaking news, I do plan on doing a couple live streams next week, so kind of making up for my little break. I'm going to do it on hopefully Christmas Day and maybe the next day. Got 2 days off, so yeah, if nothing comes up, that's the plan. So you'll be seeing me pushing that out, advertising ahead of time, so in case anybody's bored of talking to your family members over, you know, if you get starting to pass out over the turkey after eating it all, you know, hop on over here and we'll chill out. then I shared this piece of trivia on your stream, Chris, but this part coming up where they sound like they're outside singing, that's them hanging out of a window. Well, the microphone is. It's coming up here. And the vocalist was outside singing out in the streets of New York City. And they hung a microphone outside the studio. Right here. Just kind of a cool little piece of trivia there. I mean, what if you were like across the street, you witnessed this happening? Some guy hanging like a cable outside the window, looking up at the sky. I saw the light. And we'll close out on this one here, and then might play a couple more. I want to end it on a neo-psych jangle pop record I picked up. It just came out, actually, and I'm really digging it. This is like the new Sid Barrett, except for the drugs. He's not an acid casualty, but he's kind of got that childlike innocence in his writing, and it's kind of that mixed with Guided by Voices sounding, so stick around.
People flustered, folks are busted, cannot find their way. Life's a disgrace, yet out of place, and nowhere to go. People looking miles away for some place to stay. Cannot live there, rent's too high here. There's no place to go.
Well, I mean, I trickled down from the North Pole at one point, and I'm basically Santa's helper. There's good boys, and then there's been bad boys this year. You figure out which category you fit in. You might get a lump of coal in your stocking, or you might get some coals. Coals cash.
Without any love, no explanation for our nation and its state of mind. It is one way, just on one day, you may find my place. Both comic book, take just one look and then run away.
Wow, I just had a crazy memory. That riff playing right there, Sounds exactly like the riff my first band played, the Mustache Harvesters. We made up a song because we were thinking of ideas, and the drummer was like, let's play something metalish. And we ended up calling the song Metalish. And it's got that same exact riff that my friend made up. It's like bum, 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 bum. Like for 4 minutes we just played that same riff. I think that's on my channel. I think that's way back I uploaded that. It's one of my very first. I'm pretty sure it's on the channel yet. Oh, that was fun times, man. The Attic Band. We weren't no garage band. We were Attic Band. All right, let's see what's up next. Need 2 hands with this one. So yeah, unfortunately, it's not an original. It's a 2002 Scorpio, 180 gram. You know, if the opportunity did occur, that one happens to drop in the shop or something, I'll definitely pick up on it. But I don't know. I'm happy with the reissue. Sounds good to me. As long as my ears get tickled a little bit, I'm fine. Don't need to show off no audiophile bullshit. So I got a really good one, but I want to do a full-length play of this one sometime. Wasn't sure if I was going to play this or not. Guru UFO. You know this one, Chris? This is like a legitimate brain-scattered mind melter of a krautrock record. I think it's all instrumental too. Yeah, this is a wild one. This is a wah-wah reissue. So we're gonna have to play this one some night. So I think I'm gonna end it with, I could play for a little longer because I'm in the mood, man. Got a good thing going here, but I don't know. Might end it a little short here. Usually I like to hit that 3-hour mark, but this is one. Just got, I got this yesterday. Balloon. Balloon times 3. This is a new artist, Sharp Pins. So I'm going to talk about this a little bit. I'll make a proper video talking about this. This one really impressed me. You know how the YouTube algorithm just kind of, or the recommendation sections just kind of pushes videos at you sometimes. And caught the music video for the first track on here, Papa Fang Out. And this is really a one-man project, really. It's all written by one kid, 20-year-old Kai Slater is his name. Based out of Chicago, he's part of the DIY scene. He's catching on some traction, he's touring. I think he's made it from Washington to Atlanta, Georgia, New York City. I mean, he's traveling, he's doing the real thing, man. And I mean, I could make so many different comparisons to what he does sound like or what he's influenced by. But really, this is his own thing going on here, too. I mean, like I said, the Syd Barrett reference, a little bit of Kinks, Hollies. That's kind of like a forefront as far as like what he's inspired by. And then a lot of people say it's kind of like think of it as like, how Greta Van Fleet sounds like Zeppelin, right? Well, some people kind of make the comparison. This is the Guided by Voices, Sharp Pins. But I'm not as familiar with Guided by Voices, but from what I've heard by them, I can somewhat understand where they're coming from. Some of the reviews, but a lot of the reviews kind of throwing this under the bus a little bit too. I feel like there's like 20 tracks, and 3 little interlude sections. So he's just whipping these songs out, man. Opens up really strong though. The more I listen to it too, it's beginning to grow on me. The more I've been streaming this a lot too at work and stuff. So from what I can tell, the test I did on YouTube looks like it'll work. So we're gonna test it out here. Sharp pins. Oops. I think this came out on cassette tape too. And looks like I bought this off Bandcamp. Hey, it's better than Astral Yacht. Maybe. But I would love to make music like this too. It's very lo-fi, DIY. It was recorded all on like a Tascam 688. See what you think. This has got a great hook to it.
She don't know what you're shouting out. Oh, Papa Vanguard, it's all on your toes what you're made of. Oh, the silver tongue creep, smudging around, imagine song. Oh, what it means to me, well, I don't know what you're didn't stop to read you out. I would chip my tongue in the night, play guitar, boy, hold me right. She don't know what you're shouting out. Oh, Papa's lying out. It's all in your toes that you're made of. You know how colors in the crowd. Only night to strike the lights on. Your face will be back from the crowd when the clock strikes one. I'll lead you around. Oh, the silver tongue weeps, surging around on the Puget Sound. Oh, what it means to me, well, I don't know if you're Papa Vanguard, she don't know what you're shouting out. Oh, Papa Vanguard, it's on your toes 'cause you're made.
Right? He made a new fan out of me. I gotta listen to his other stuff now. I'll let this play a little bit. The first 3 tracks are really good. Yeah, very British inspired. very much got that. Yeah, I think he's playing the 12 string, which makes it, you know, kind of that crystallized chord playing going on. For a 2025 release, I'm impressed. You know, it's like, yeah, we're sticking to some old school styled sounds, but he's doing it right. To my ears. Pretty hooky. Yeah, there's some weird tape manipulation shit going on this next one here. Forgot to mention too, you know, for a little bit of a pop culture reference, I don't watch the show, but that Stranger Things kid, Finn Wolfhard, is actually friends with this guy, Kai Slater. And Kai actually produced his first album this year back in June. So, and they performed together under Sharp Pins for a time. So, the kids are up to some good things, man. Opened up this new portal now all of a sudden in the same track. I love that. Yep. So there's a little sampler for you. I love what's going on there. think I'm going to close the set with one more 2-minute track, the one I picked up today. Before I do that, though, I was going to mention this one I picked up. It's the other neo-psych record I don't know if I can get away with yet. I didn't test it. But this is the Mystery Lights Purgatory. This one's a little heavier than the Sharp Pins. It's got a little more electric guitar, a little more garage punk mixed with psych. Not really a fan of this cover. It's a cool idea, but it doesn't really stick out like the other one does. But this has got some really good cuts, and these guys rehearse. I mean, you can tell these guys rehearse a lot. I got kind of turned on by their KEXP performance. And these guys were definitely inspired by the Nuggets compilation. Kind of fit in the same line as those songs. It's almost like you're listening to a compilation of neo-psych bands, but it's all the same band. So check out that KEXP performance if, for further reading or further watching. This is really good. I'm going to be talking about this on my next update video. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the stream. This went really well, man. I was kind of worried about some of the technical things here, but looks like the setup was okay. So we're going to play the closing track. This is a cheap one, man, when you spot it, or at least used to be. The Chuck Troy and the National Bank. Kind of a sleeper title. Nobody's talking about this one. I mean, from what I recall, the other songs were okay, but it looks like they covered Dear Mr. Fantasy. But the last track, Free Thing, where they just let loose and play that fuzz pedal, it's kind of a special one-track wonder, you could call it. A&M. This is a promo, too, so I'm going to close out on that. You might recognize it. I've used it a lot on, outro DJ sets. Thank you, Mrs. Claus. I wish the whole LP sounded like this. Only that track. Where am I? This is like really great for like a... I would always use this at the bar when I would DJ. I would use this for like transitioning, flipping records over. Dom, welcome. I'm actually just closing out. Did you hear me talk about this one? Sharp Pins. It's a brand new release. I imagine you're more familiar with Guided by Voices than I am. A lot of people are saying there's a heavy Guided by Voices influence on this record, and I love it. It's kind of that mixed with, a little bit of that imaginative Syd Barrett childlike writing. It's really good. I think you would like it. So, and then I'm gonna see if the Mystery Lights, see if we can play that sometime too. Maybe next week. I'll play that again. Close it out. Do my ending speech as this plays along. So, next week, tune in. I think Christmas Day. I don't think Christmas Eve. I got some plans in the evening, so it might not work. I'm gonna try to sneak 2 of them in because I'm staying home for the holidays. So, and I'm gonna try and figure out if everything's okay downstairs too with that whole thing. Watched an episode of Cops in real time. So thanks again for tuning in, everybody. Jeff, Kimba, Dom. Yeah, I think you would like Sharp Pins. I mean, for a 20-year-old kid, man, he's pushing some songs out. Aaron, thanks for joining again. I wish more of my buddies that are moderators would sneak in sometime. My Lincoln friends, and the kid that helped me out on the Astro Yacht front artwork. We'll have to see. Seahawk Hogan, as he goes by, or one of those names. Anyways, thanks again. I'm going to let this play out again. Chuck Troy and the National Bank. Yeah, it's mostly, like I said, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Chicago. Kind of an early horn band for the most part. And just got this one psych freak out. Love it. Right at the 3-hour mark. All right. Happy holidays. See you down the road.